Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
And let's talk about what lessons about.
Let's hang out.
And let's listen to 2 lesbians shout.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Lee Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This Week in the Lesdom is a place where we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. We want to give you all a big reminder that we have The Flame live in concert on September 15th in New York City at 54 Below. You can get your tickets at bit.ly/theflame54. And for any of you who are not in the New York City area, we know we have listeners all over the world. We set up a special live stream just for you through 54 Below at bit.ly/theflame54 stream. So we would love to see you there in person, or if you can't make it, hang out with us on the live stream. We also have another exciting announcement. We've partnered with Trova Trip to set up a Let's Hang Out excursion with all of you next year, and we want your help to plan it. We know where we would like to go, but we are going to put it into your hands, and you're going to fill out this survey. There's going to be a bunch of different things on the survey. Where you want to go, you can pick multiple locations, and we'll pick the place that most people picked. You can go to Europe, you can do Costa Rica, you can do Alaska. There's all kinds of crazy places, and we would love to travel and adventure with all of you. It's also going to say what's your budget and when you want to go. Once we have all those survey responses, we're going to decide where we're going to go based on what you've picked, and then we'll plan the trip. So we're so excited. We've always wanted to do a Let's Hang Out excursion where we get to meet a bunch of you and hang out in a really intimate setting. So it's going to be so fun. You can fill out that survey at bit.ly/lestrip. bit.ly/lestrip. So fill out that survey so we get to know where you want to go, because we are so excited to plan this trip.
And if you are in New York and you can make it, we are so excited to see all of you there. We're just so thrilled to actually be doing this on a stage, and we're so excited to have this crazy cast that we put together, and to get to see all of each other, because we don't get to do that very often.
All of each
It's just
other.
going to be great. We what?
To get to see all of each other.
All of how much of each other? However much of each other we all get to see, we're excited to see it. That's all I'm saying.
Cannot wait.
Also, it's season 6. Some of you may know that we are going to start rolling out some Patreon bonus episodes. Our first one came out last week with our season 6 premiere episode, and we are going to be rolling those out probably every month. So it's just going to be some extra things, either like shows, movies, or things that we don't have space in full episodes to do, or things that we just want to yell about. So our very first bonus Patreon episode went up. It is on kissing Jessica Stein. As you may or may not be able to imagine, Ellie and I had
Lots of thoughts.
Just a couple, just a few thoughts. One
You
or
could
two
hear those
thoughts.
thoughts on our Patreon at bit.ly/lespatreon. In the greater Les universe, A League of Their Own has recently come out, the new series. So I watched A League of Their Own, and I started it one night, and I was awake till 5 a.m. binging it. So I cannot more highly recommend the show. I thought it was amazing. It basically, to me, was like a should have been gay on crack. Like everything we would have wanted from A League of Their Own, the movie. And we're like, oh, it should have been gay. Why don't you do this and this and this? They did it all. So Incredible show. Hope everyone gets to watch it. The reviews were cracking me up, but you're going to love it. Also, in the personal lives of the actors, Abby Jacobson and Jodie Balfour recently got engaged, which I just love. It was so nice and sweet. So, congratulations. So happy for them.
And we can't wait to see it. Also, in the Greater Less universe, listen, some of you may have seen, because I tweeted about it, but, I woke up the other day, I walked into the kitchen. We happened to be staying at my in-laws' place, so they have a newspaper. That's the reason that's relevant, is just because I don't get a newspaper at my house. And they had the Wall Street Journal sitting on the breakfast table, and there was just this very obvious lesbian on the front page of the newspaper, and I was like, what is happening? And it was about the Mar-a-Lago raid. So listen, all we want to know is who is the very, very obvious lesbian who was on the front page of the newspaper, and was she there because she was raiding Mar-a-Lago, or was she there because she's Trump's Secret Service detail? And if so, what's the story there? And anyways, if you know her, please hit us up, let us know.
Let's have her on the show.
We just want
What's
to
your
talk,
story?
Okay? What's your story? That's what's happening this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee.
Thanks, Ellie and Lee, and welcome to our 88th installment of Should Have Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, watch out, Ellie, because you're not the only dragon nerd around here.
Is dragon nerd a euphemism for lesbian?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Correct. What?
All
Yes.
dragon nerds are lesbians. Calling all dragon nerds, listen to our show. This week,
We're going to make some new hot dragon merch for the Let's Hang Out listeners.
dragons do have very interesting tongues. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. This is not where I thought we were headed, right out the gate tonight.
I feel like I was like,
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to talk about here. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but I was not expecting a dragon tongue reference to come out. I promise that was not planned.
That's not in your notes for tonight.
No. Definitely not
Just
in my notes.
off the cuff.
Yep.
There you go.
This is
Wow.
us. This is just improv, everyone.
Let's hang out unfiltered.
I love it. So today, listeners, we're going to be talking about...
We're going to be talking about a G-rated Disney movie.
called Raya and the Last Dragon. People have been recommending this to us for a while, ever since we saw the undercuts in the trailer. Here we are.
I mean, sold.
That's
all it
I'm
takes.
excited to talk about this. So, Lee, why don't you hit us with that IMDb synopsis?
Our IMDb synopsis for Raya and the Last Dragon is as follows. In a realm known as Kumandra, a reimagined Earth inhabited by an ancient civilization, a warrior named Raya is determined to find the last dragon.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's okay. My only problem with it is she finds Sisu in approximately 8 minutes into the movie.
Yeah. So
right?
fast.
I mean, it's it's not so much her finding the last dragon that the movie is about. It's her and the last dragon saving the world together.
But still.
That's my biggest problem with the IMDb synopsis, I guess.
Still,
But
adorable film.
listen, we've had worse.
Yes. It is. That's the title of the movie. That's where we're going.
Yeah. Plus, it doesn't even mention the undercuts, which feels like a real, oversight. Like a real oversight on the main plot themes.
Yeah, I'm
of
like,
the film.
this is not my gay synopsis, but I'm like, synopsis is in the land of Fang, where everyone is a lesbian and rides on large cats. Somebody's looking for the last dragon. They're trying to stop someone from finding the last dragon. Dead.
What is your gay synopsis?
Okay,
for
so my
it?
gay synopsis is scorned lesbian Raya searches the earth for the last dragon to spite her childhood crush, Namari.
Fair. Yes. Accurate.
That's it.
Correct.
That's it.
True story.
Yeah.
Truth fact.
Yep.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, that's the movie that I watched, is it not?
Yeah. It is. So my IMDb synopsis, I decided to make us a voiceover one for it, right? My gay synopsis for Raya and the Last Dragon. In a world of gays. The world naturally divided into different lands. The dragon gays, the cat gays, and the tuk-tuk gays were at war. But could their gayness bring them back together to fix their relationship with their exes?
Yes. It is a hardcore exes story. It's hardcore. It's
exploring
tough.
the question of can one ever forgive and trust their exes ever again?
Yeah.
This spring, Raya and the Last Dragon by Disney.
The only thing standing between saving the world is a lesbian trusting her ex. We're all
honestly,
screwed.
though. Honestly, it's
that's the whole right. This is hilarious. So let's dive in because we are having a time. But like the entire plot literally is like I had a crush on this girl and she screwed me over, and now the entire like overarching theme is like, yeah, can I ever trust the first woman I loved ever again?
it's a lot. It's a
so
lot.
much. So Lee, what was your experience with Raya and the Last Dragon?
My experience is I hadn't watched it until this week. I know everyone had been talking about it, and a million people and like all of our patrons kept telling us that we had to watch it, and it had been on my list and I just hadn't gotten there yet. But I watched it this week, and it was delightful. I mean, I don't know, it's cute. It's a great movie. I loved it. Like I enjoyed it from the Disney movie side of it, you know? Like it was cute. It made Kelsey cry. What
You
can
say
want?
it made Kelsey cry because like you never cry? Is that why you're like giving
I never cry.
giving that threshold?
Yes. The obvious assumption here being I did not cry, of course, because I am heartless and I don't cry at things.
But you
but
like
it made Kelsey cry because
objectively
it's a
knew
cute-
that someone
it's a cute,
would cry.
touching
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it made Kelsey cry, and I assume you cried.
Yes,
right?
I
Like,
did.
Yeah,
You assumed correctly.
exactly.
I also just saw it, and I will say I feel like this happens to us often with these Disney movies, and I think the reason why is, and listeners tell me if you're like this, people tell us to watch it when you have to buy it on Disney Plus. And then I have self-diagnosed ADHD. So somebody tells me to watch it. I go to Disney Plus and they're like $25 to see this.
Ugh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to pay for this. And then I forget. And I'm sorry, but I'm happy that I was reminded again and got to watch it now that it's free on Disney Plus. I guess not free because I'm paying for a monthly subscription, but you know what I mean?
You're like free with the amount of money I am already giving Disney.
Yeah,
Great.
so that's why I'm
Sure.
like, I'm not going to give you another $25. Like, I already paid for this. But I loved it. Super gay. Also, just, yeah, like, adorable. As much as we're joking about, like, the whole premise is like, can you ever trust your ex again? I think that's an interesting concept to explore that hasn't really been explored in very many Disney movies before, of, like, trusting other humans when they've hurt you. And I feel like that's also, like, a good story to have kids watch in a way where it's like, I don't know, I just really liked the themes of like, if you give someone trust, will they like come up to meet you there, right? Or like, I don't know, I really liked it. That's all. I liked the themes of it. Of course I cried. Love the dragons, love the undercuts. Let's dive in and talk about the gayness of this film.
I think one of the things that cracks me up about it so much is that, like, okay, yes, look, I understand we are always going to do our due diligence with, like, female protagonist movies. Sure,
Yeah,
fine.
of course.
And we are always going to do the same with anyone with such flawless undercuts as the ladies of Fang have. And we will get into those, don't you worry. But the thing that cracked me up the most, that I was not expecting as soon as the movie started and you meet little baby Raya and little tiny baby Tuk Tuk, who I adore and I want one so badly.
Yes.
The thing that cracked me up the most is... Okay, who animated Raya is what I want to know.
Why? Because
like,
she just looks gay. Yeah.
She looks gay, she walks gay, she acts gay, she talks gay.
She stares
Everything about her pings my gaydar so badly. Oh yeah, she stares at
Amari
Amari
gaily.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, but But like even just from the first scene, right? Like that opening scene where she's like breaking into the little water temple where the gem is, and she's got her little like, you know, her little teal outfit on and whatever, and she's like sneaking in. She's gay.
She's
like,
just
who
straight up gay.
animated this small child to be? I was like, oh, Raya, a tiny gay.
Just
like,
straight up gay.
That's my first note that I wrote down was like, look at this tiny gay girl. Like, you know, sometimes when you just, okay, listen, maybe this is just me because I have kids now and I spend like more time at like parks or like around other children. And you know, like sometimes when you just see like a child and like the way they walk, you're just like, oh honey,
you're gonna
I
have a
wish
time.
I could be there when you figure this out for yourself.
I used to babysit these kids, and this one, like, I feel like too, like, okay, I babysat 2 groups of kids when I was like 12, two separate families, and one of them, I'm pretty sure all 4 of them, none of them are gay, but like the other one, I was like, something's a little interesting here. And I don't want to judge children on femininity, right? Because like sometimes boys can be a little feminine, whatever. But I was like, okay. Then we're watching High School Musical, and this little boy goes, Ryan's so cute. And I was like, I knew it. He's best friends with one of my cousins, and I will tell you, we are going out to a gay bar very soon. He's out. He's gay. Like, we knew it. We all knew. He is now 21. So time has flown, but he is gay. I knew it from the second he said Ryan from High School Musical was so cute. Yeah, like when he was like 5 too, like young. But you know, when you know, you know. And you know with Raya.
Yes, I just think that there is something very funny to me about somebody, like some animator, probably multiple animators.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who are the lesbians who animated Raya and Namari is what I want to know. Because
it's the same, but not the same.
Gay.
It's like Evelyn Dever.
Yeah.
But like Evelyn is like a lot older, so she exudes like old sexual lesbian energy. This is just like, you're a child who is definitely like dealing with some shit. But yeah, like, first of all, who decided on the undercuts?
Oh my God.
In a pretty much entirely women's society, it seems like.
Uh-huh.
Like, are there any men on Fang? Are there?
I think there are some that get rescued at the end, right? But like, yeah, they don't seem to be prominent anything there.
Yeah. And then we have two, like, these, from the beginning, we have these 2 little gabies who, like, we find out that Namari was just there to, like, screw over Raya. But even still, I will say...
No, she's into her. She
is into it. First of all, their whole conversation, so cute.
They're so cute, and just in general, like, listen, from the first second that Raya clocks her as, like, another gay, right? In that way that you, like, okay, listen, we've talked about gay magnets before, like...
They are gay, and they are
gay magnetism.
They are magnetized towards each other.
That is 2 little gays in the land of Kamandra finding each other, and, right? And she's just like, come with me, and Namari's like, yes, please, and then they, like, scamper off together in gay joy. Okay. So
they have so much in common, right? And they're like,
so
wow, we're so alike.
And they're nerding out about their love of Sisu, and they're like, oh, I have this Sisu brooch. Have my Sisu brooch. Be my girlfriend. They're adorable.
It's literally 2 gays at a con, right? Like, Sisu's like a fanfic, right? And they're like, oh, you love this fanfic? So do I. Like, that's what they're talking about. And I know that Namari stabs her in the back, but I would like to say, think about what happened before this, okay? Her mother was like, okay, Namari, you're going to seduce the daughter of...
Sandra Oh is just dropping flirting tips left and right.
Legitimately, I'm like, even though this is like supposed to be a fake flirting, even if it is fake, she literally told her daughter, like, hey girl, go get it. Go, like, it is definitely not just friendship. Like, this is like, I'm gonna seduce her. And like, you can't convincingly seduce this girl unless you're a little gaby. Who's like, oh yeah,
no, for sure.
I've done it before. Like, I know how to seduce women. Like, that's what Namari's like.
I think there's something very wholesome about Disney putting the message out there to be like, hey, listen, young love, sometimes you trust the wrong person and you make mistakes, and things get broken. And like, we've all been there, gays. We've all been there. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
That's what happened. So true, Disney.
So true. But I'm like, Disney, do you realize you literally wrote this baby gay X story? Like, this is the most intense X story I've ever seen.
It's incredible. And especially because, listen, I have so much to say about Raya's animation. We could do this whole episode and it's just going to be me talking about, like, let's analyze this frame. Because it's not just like she walks. They're both so gay. They're both so gay. It's also like Raya, like, okay, I think last season I told the story about like Kelsey's roommate in college who was like, you have a gay face. Like, Raya has gay eyes. Like, I don't know what it is about her specifically, like, she's gay. She just looks gay. And it was so funny because I was like, wow, they made this tiny child very, very gay. And then you do the time jump forward to where they like, age her. And I was like, oh, now she's like a hot gay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, you didn't tone down the gay at all.
No, like the outfit she's wearing a vest.
Yes.
She's wearing a vest.
She's wearing a fucking gay vest. I have that written down too. It's absurd. It's absurd.
They both have their pets, which I feel like is like a very gay thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, each of them has like their partner pet. Like, we have the tuk tuk, who is like so freaking cute. Like, I feel like that's like
I want a tuk tuk. How do I get it?
That's like the dog version of the cat.
Yes. Are you a cat gay or a tuk tuk gay? That's what I want.
Exactly. And like, so gay, and also still like, Namari is obsessed with her. Like, get over it, Namari. Also, like, let's talk about, sorry, there's so much things here, but what happens in the movie, right, is they're flirting. Namari stabs her in the back. They fight. She's so sad that like her first gay crush really screwed her. And then Fang is supposed to be prosperous. Like, everything's good in Fang. So like, Namari, like, you don't need to be like, maybe just like, don't worry about Raya.
No, she like she cannot let her go. She's like the one that got away.
Yes. Yes.
It's a little ridiculous. Yeah. She's like, my land is safe and prosperous and we are all doing great. And I'm going to ride this giant fucking cat out into the barren wilderness full of like soul eating monster creatures just to like follow my ex to see what she's up to. Like, you didn't update your Insta stories. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Right? Like, I gotta follow you.
Literally.
Namari.
Like, Namari,
girl,
you're
chill.
stalking her. Like, calm down. Like, I guess, like, okay, so she did steal the dragon scroll, whatever, who cares? But like, either way, and then too, like, the comments that they say to each other, like, crack me up. Did you write some of them down? There's like,
I wrote down the cat lady one.
And yeah, cat lady. And
what does she say? Hold on. She goes, thought you'd turn into a cat lady like me.
Yes.
Like,
also, we all know what cat lady is a euphemism for. Like, everyone has, you know, that SNL sketch with the two cat women? Like, they're lesbians.
Yes.
Cat ladies are lesbians. We know this. There's also like a point where she's like, I know how to push Namari's buttons. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, also,
like, they for sure have like run into each other and fucked a few times, like, while the apocalypse has been going on. Right?
Yeah. Also,
like, this is not the first time they're meeting again since they were kids.
Oh,
like,
no. So also, I was a little bit confused. What's the timeline? How many years have gone since?
6.
6?
6 years.
So how old were they supposed to be when they met?
12? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to make them legal in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, they had to be at least 12. Like, because it does feel like that, like, first love, right? Let's say they're like 13.
Yeah.
Right? Which is like the time where you would like start dating. Ugh. And now they're like 19 and freaking psychos for each other.
Oh my god.
It's the most
so much.
It's the most enemies
so
to lovers like I've ever, like, the whole point of the movie is that they're enemies who have to turn into lovers at the end to save the world. Insane.
Also, the other one that I wrote down that just like, I don't know why it just resonated in my little gay heart is like, because it's early on in the movie when Raya's doing like this whole voiceover of like, how we got here. How did we get to this barren apocalypse wasteland, right? And she's like, she just goes, I made a mistake. I trusted someone I shouldn't have, and now the world's broken. And I'm like, that just feels like the appropriate level of drama for a gay. Like, that is lesbian dramatics, right? Like, that's exactly correct.
I broke the entire world by loving the wrong girl. Like, stop.
I was young and I made a mistake and I gave my heart to the wrong girl. And you're like, yeah, we've all been there. I get it,
It's
Raya.
like so relatable.
It feels like the world ended, doesn't it? I know.
Yeah, this entire thing is just a metaphor. Like, none of this is real. This is like Raya's.
My heart turned to stone, just like all of the people on Earth.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, they both have single parents, which they talked about, right? And I am so curious. Did they say why their parents were single at all?
Never once.
Right? Because I actually am curious if Raya's dad is gay too.
Did you not hear my my gay synopsis?
Right, everyone's gay.
In a world of gays, everyone in this movie is gay. Name a straight person in this movie.
Particularly Fang, because I'm like, okay, she has a single lesbian mother.
Oh, Verona? Yeah,
Verona,
for sure
gay. They have their
Super gay.
matching undercuts.
You have like the war chief or whatever who's like, yes, I am the chief of war in my beautiful pink and purple robes. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yes.
Sure, you guys. And then Spine is the cold place full of bears,
Yes.
Listen, everyone in this movie is just gayer than the next.
So
it never stops.
many bears. So many bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Raya and Namari are the biggest ones on here, but like I do want to talk about a few other people. But let's talk about Raya and Namari and just like wrap them up in a bow before we talk about Sisu, because I really want to talk about Sisu.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like, so first of all, they're fighting. She's like, I know how to push Namari's buttons. Namari even like follows Raya pretty much after her mom's like, stop. She's like, you don't need to keep going after her. Like, we don't need to do this. And then she still goes after her. Her mom's pissed because she's like, you got distracted by a girl again. Like, remember they're fighting? And then she basically like when she sees Sisu on that cliff, right? So it's like, this is the moment where Sisu's like, you have to trust her. Like, and I feel like Sisu's gay too, so she can sort of see that Namari is just like a scared gay girl. And like when Namari looks at Sisu,
oh god, she sees a million things in a heartbeat, doesn't she?
She's like, you're really real. I feel like that was the moment where she was like, they were both con girls at the beginning, right? Like where they're like, we're gonna go to a con together when we're older. Then they see Sisu and they're like at the convention, right?
Yeah.
And then, god damn it, Raya still cannot trust her ex.
Well, it's hard, Ellie.
I know.
It's hard to open your heart back up when you've been hurt like that.
And then she basically like ends up killing Sisu. Well, they both kill Sisu together because they couldn't get their shit together. Tough. And then the whole point of the end, I feel like, is that she has to be the one who's like, I trust my ex again. And she gives her the peace and has to trust it. And then I feel like, okay, so tell me, let's talk about the stone configuration.
Okay.
I feel like they're in a gay pose, aren't they?
You know what? I will say my only complaint about this movie is I wanted the pose to be more explored. Like, I kept waiting for the pose to mean something.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't know. This has nothing to do with how gay the movie is. This is just me complaining, where I'm like, why does everybody stand in the same pose and you never address it? And it bothers me. And it bothers me even more that then everybody gets into that pose, including Raya herself at the end, but then none of the other people who like come and stand next to their little found family cluster.
I feel like I would be curious.
Right? Like they don't, like Boone doesn't, Tong doesn't, like the baby doesn't, like none of them.
So the point is to be offering a gift.
I don't know that came across as clearly as they think it did, but that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah, either way. I also feel like I was fine with the poses of everyone around them being different because I feel like there's a pose at the end where like they're touching each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like now Namari and...
I want to know why you think the pose was gay, though.
No, I thought the pose was gay. The two of them together. Not the pose that everyone did. The final pose.
Oh, I get it.
The final
Yeah, she like
pose.
comes and touches her.
Yeah. Where it's like...
Oh, I thought you meant the one with everyone's... I was like I was waiting for you to be like, everyone making the shape of a vagina with their hands. Like,
yeah. I wasn't going for that, but I guess.
Listen, you went with dragon tongue so early
yeah.
in this episode, and now you're going to shy away from the whole vulva hand
Yes.
shape. I mean, come on. Ellen.
Flowers. We know what flowers symbolize. And there was a lot of flower imagery in this film. But yeah, I just feel like the entire theme of the film is like literally being like basically finding your love again. And at the end, they bring Kumadra together, right? And they come. I wonder if like they brought together their, like, you know, like most royal families bring together their families through what? Marriage. So like, how did they bring the families together? I'm assuming
a great point.
A gay marriage.
Listen, sometimes to forge an alliance, you just got to take your two tiny gay daughters
and marry them.
And marry them off to each other.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
And sometimes it goes poorly and they break up and destroy the world for a few years. And then they work through
it
drama,
out. Also,
you
she
know?
gives her the gift back, which is also like, Raya has been holding on to the gift.
Yes.
Like, if you really didn't care, Raya, why are you still holding the necklace? You still have a necklace from your ex from 6 years ago.
Yeah.
There's some shit here.
That is not the mark of someone who has moved on.
No.
Right?
No. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah.
Like Raya didn't throw out her box of Namari stuff. She's
oh
like,
yeah.
I keep it on me at all
also,
times.
like, she doesn't live anywhere, right? So like she has to be very intentional about the amount of things she carries with her. She just carries one purse.
Like Raya needs a fanny pack is what we're saying.
But I'm saying she only has one purse. So if
Raya's like, listen, I don't have room to carry around a lot of shit. I got my vest, I got my ex's necklace, and like that's it, folks.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I got some terrible jerky, and those are the only 3 things I own.
Like, it means something if that's like she's not a hoarder. She only carries things that are important to her. Like Namari.
She could have gone back to the palace and like gotten something of her dad's, but no. She's like, just my ex's brooch, thanks.
That's it.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. And as we head into Thanksgiving time, I want to start by thanking my wife, Kelsey, who has not only listened to just about every episode of this podcast for 8 seasons now, but who also is the only reason I'm able to make time to record it every week. She takes the kids, gets them dinner, and gets them ready for bed just so that Ellie and I can come on and yell about gay things into each other's faces for an hour. So here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people you're grateful for in your life, including yourself. I've been in therapy for a long time now, and one thing that's so important about therapy is how it teaches you to be more intentional. And being intentional about gratitude and how to show that to the people you appreciate is just one of the many benefits that I've gotten from therapy over the years. If you've been thinking of starting therapy, consider giving BetterHelp a try. I know how hard it can be to find time for regular therapy, and BetterHelp is designed to be flexible and convenient for your schedule. You can fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to start being more intentional about gratitude in your life, visit betterhelp.com/letshangout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/letshangout.
Let's hang out.
For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm. For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. And when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Streaming December 12th on Peacock. Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are back.
That's hot. Loves it.
For a show-stopping reunion that will prove putting on an opera is anything but simple.
We're really good at this.
One thing's for sure, they won't be upstaged.
Good to have you back. Come on, we've got a show to do.
Paris and Nicole, The Encore, a 3-part reunion special, streaming December 12th, only on Peacock.
So yeah, point is, these two girls, X is hardcore. They are. I would like to see Raya and the Last Dragon sequel where like we get some relationship between
where we get some what?
I just meant a relationship between the two of them.
Where who gets some? Only is what I'm asking.
You're really working that dragon tongue. But but no, I really think it'd be so cute.
No.
It'd be so cute if
it would be cute
if Raya and the Last Dragon 2 starts with their wedding.
Listen, where they get a little baby, because I will say that, like, you know how much we love a found family story.
I
like,
know,
love a found
Con
family
baby.
story. Love it. But, like, well, Con baby and Boone, like, that's a child,
yes.
right? So I'm like, I just love that their found family is, like, 2 moms adopting 2 kids.
Yep.
You know? Like, I'm like, aw.
I know.
Cuties, look at you. You could raise a little family.
They really could. Oh, it's so sweet.
How do 2 gay women in the apocalyptic faux world of Kumandra get a baby? That's what I want to know. Do you just have to find a con baby?
Yeah, you just have to find a baby whose parents are stone. But now no one's stone anymore, so what are you going to do? Where are you going to find a baby if everyone's
They
alive?
can share custody. They share custody is fine. It's fine.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. Let's talk a little bit about Sisu.
Oh my god. Aquafina.
Yeah.
Jesus.
First of all, love Aquafina. Perfect.
She's so good in this. So good
as Sisu.
You want to know my only problem? It's not even my problem with Aquafina. You want to know my only problem with Sisu in this movie? They did her dirty for her human form. Why is she so, like, weird looking?
Yeah. I don't know.
she's kind of weird looking.
Yes.
Like, I just think it's funny to have a movie where you're like, okay, look, we're gonna have like Kelly Marie Tran, you're super hot. Gemma Chan, you're super hot. And Aquafina, like, you're gonna look like this weirdo. Like, why?
I feel like they're trying.
She's such a pretty dragon.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to go for like, oh, she's sort of doofy.
She's quirky.
Yeah.
I know. And like, I get it. I just think it's funny that they made everybody else in this movie like freaking smoke shows.
Yeah.
and then they made Aquafina look like that. And I'm like, she's not like an unattractive person. Like,
yes.
I don't know. And she's not an unattractive dragon. Like, her dragon isn't doofy.
You're
right?
correct.
Like,
I don't
Sisu
know.
as a dragon.
I think she's sort of cute. I'm looking at her. Like, she has some nice hair. She's got a little small, cute.
The hair's cool, but the hair's also very gay. Like, the hair is by far the gayest thing about her.
The hair is so gay.
Maybe it's not that she's like doofy looking. It's like her mouth is too big and she falls into this like uncanny valley kind of space for me. I don't know. Human Sisu kept weirding me out.
Well, I think that's sort of the point though. Like, she is uncanny valley because she's a dragon turned into a human.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But it just like,
yeah.
I don't know that it worked for me.
Yeah. Understandable, but I still love Sisu.
Her hair is fucking gay.
Her hair is so gay. Everything about her is like so like, I consider Sisu to be like the biggest baby gay ever.
Oh my god, yes, 100%.
Because like her whole thing, right, is like, oh, but like people are great and like,
yeah,
you should just trust them. Like, if you give them trust, like whatever. Like, she's so like naive and just like baby gay. Right? Who like has never like, and Raya's like, Sisu, you've never dated Namari, so like, don't talk to me.
And Sisu's like, I just think we should give people a chance and like, look at my cool hat. I'm a person. And she's great.
She's so great. She's so great.
But she is very gay, and I agree. She's the blank slate, you know, like, I've never dated a girl before, I've never gotten my heart broken.
Yeah, like, so it must all be one.
Yeah. I went on a date with a girl and it was amazing.
Yeah. And Raya's like, well, it wasn't Namari. God damn you, Namari. And then she's like, but I don't know. Like, I feel like it's also like Namari's undercut like gets her too, where she's like, but Namari's pretty cute.
She's got cool hair.
Yeah, like, look at her. Like, she must be a nice girl because she's so beautiful. You're like, oh.
She's jacked.
Yeah, you're like, oh, see.
Look at her arms, Raya. Look at her arms.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you trust her?
Come on.
She could pick you up. She seems very strong.
Yeah, she is very strong. Yeah, Sisu is just like, all like wide-eyed gayness. Also, I feel like the fact that, so there's a whole thing too with Sisu where she's like, it could have been any of us, but like they picked. Like, I feel like Sisu also, out of all of her dragon siblings, like is sort of the outlier.
Yeah.
Right? So I like that it's like the outcast dragon, but like not outcast dragon where like people are mean to her dragon, right? But like she's like, all my siblings were like cooler and straighter than me. And like
they all fit in.
And I was a little bit strange, but they loved me and trusted me. And because you could throw it into like Sisu is a gay who's like always had the support of their family. And so they're like, everything's easy. And then like Raya's like, actually, no, my dad's dead. So it's
hey, Chief Benja would have loved his gay daughter.
Chief
no
Benja
matter what.
would have.
I refuse to believe otherwise. I will hear no other alternative explanation.
No,
here.
you are correct. Chief Benja will love the shit out of his daughter no matter what. But
he will love his daughter and her slightly backstabbing girlfriend.
Yeah, just saying, Sisu has like not as much family trauma. I guess all of her dragon family did die, but they're back.
But they come back.
Yippee!
They come back and they're all just like this rainbow explosion of gay dragons everywhere, and I love them.
I love them. But yeah, I do like that like the gay dragon was the one who's entrusted to save the world. Like I feel like this entire movie really empowers the gays. And is like, okay, Namari's going to be the one to save the world. Like Sisu's going to be the one to save the world. Like, everyone who saves the world is a queer person.
It's always the gays. Gays be saving the world.
Saving the world.
I wish they had made her coloring, like, because I mean, the teal, I like it. It's pretty, whatever. I get it. But, like, I feel like I also would have loved if they had given her, like, a more
rainbow,
like, subtle, yeah, like, or like bisexual flag or so, you know, like, you could have gotten away with that. You could have snuck in a blue to pink gradient, you know, like. They could have done. I'm just saying they could have done it.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see it.
I know. Oh, God, I really love Sisu, but yeah, I agree.
I did love Sisu. I know she's just innocent. She's innocent and just open-hearted. You know, just open to love.
I know. She's like,
and I feel like that's the innocence that, you know, so many of us lose over the course of our relationships
jaded lesbian
and breakups.
lives. Yeah, I feel like she is like the queer person that like you need in your life to be like, remember, like it can be really nice actually. And then Raya's like, maybe it can be nice.
Remember your first love.
And then Raya's, yeah, who backstabbed me.
Raya's like,
I've never
Cece's
loved
like,
again.
remember your first love? Raya draws her sword. She's like, I do actually.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yes, she's right here.
Fun fact.
I have to kill her. Oh God. Yeah, but
and then they fight. Oh my God, their fight scenes are so intense.
Like very reminiscent of like a Kim Possible Shigo kind of fight scene where you're just like, there's a lot of tension here.
Yeah. Where she's like, let me get this vest off because it's impeding my ability to like kill you, to straight up murder you with a sword. That's what we're doing here.
They don't fight anyone as hard as they fight each other.
No.
So much energy.
No.
Like it's the same where you're like, obviously it's a Disney movie, so they're not going to kill each other. But like, there were a few moments where you could have killed each other and you like were basically like, I'm just going to stand here for a minute and look at you. And now I'm down on the ground again. Shit.
Listen, there's a lot of emotion on both sides, Ellie, and they're both very dramatic. I just love like all the times where Raya's like you can tell Raya keeps trying to be like, listen, we can't trust Amari because like she broke the world.
Yeah.
Definitely the world.
Definitely the world, not me. Yep.
Not me. Nothing to do with me. She just broke the world.
Yep. Yep.
And she's like, and you can tell it's like fighting its way out of her. She's like, I just care about the world. That's all.
That's it. Nothing about Namari speaks to me.
It's not that I loved her.
Yeah. Poor little exes.
There's a lot of emotion is what I'm saying.
There's a lot.
But I do think it's a very like listen, maybe this is the movie that lesbians need, you know, like we've done episodes on exes. Can you have, you know, like friendships, relationships with your exes? We haven't explicitly done like a breaking up and getting back together episode yet, but like, you know, I just feel like Disney's out here giving the lesbians hope, you know? Like, listen, maybe they can change.
Maybe they can. We'll see about that. That's a difficult path to go down. Well, let's put a pin on that one.
Maybe they can be different this time, Ellie.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But
we're gonna get some angry DMs.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Listen, if Disney says it, why can't it be
listeners,
true?
We're going to talk a little bit more about that later.
If Sisu can trust again, why can't we, is what I'm saying.
But also they have to prove themselves. I do feel like Namari proved herself in a way by saving everyone.
Because she's like, oh, you're right. Your found family loves you, and I want a found family too.
Yeah.
And I want to raise little gabies with you.
And then she's like, all right, you proved yourself. Let's try to make this work. So we'll see how it goes. Can't wait for the sequel. So who are we shipping in this? We've sort of already said it.
Wait, sorry, real quick. I feel like we need to talk about how gay her mom, Veronica, is.
Okay, so let's talk about
And
Verona.
then she's played by Sandra Oh, and it's just like, I mean, come on.
Honestly,
come on.
All you need to know is that Sandra Oh plays her. That freaking undercut. The fact that she's a single mother. Like, she only surrounds herself with women. Like, she's gay.
She's gay. That's
she's
all.
gay.
I just needed us to like take at least one quick second, say how much we love Sandra Oh. That's all.
She's gay in the same way that like everyone in Fang is gay. So like, let's just like, Fang is gay because undercuts. They have cats. Their whole thing is that they're freaking cat ladies.
They do have giant cats.
They have
like,
huge
like
cats.
large
Like, are we kidding? Are we kidding? And yeah, they just look gay.
No,
They're like,
I'm here for it.
They're like
very,
Amazons.
It's a gay place.
They're like Amazons, but then we've also like made them stereotypically gay.
Yes. Also, I feel like it's very accurate to say that, like, hey, when the world like completely goes to crap and the apocalypse happens, like the only land that's gonna like get its shit together and figure it out is like the lesbians. Yeah. They're like, oh sure,
Let's
build a boat.
things.
I'm digging. I'm already digging as we speak.
Yeah.
I've got this. Like, yeah. They were on
And
top
too,
of
I
it.
feel like Veron is like, we are smarter than everyone. Like, I feel like that's also like like a pretty dick, but whatever.
She's like, the heteros haven't figured it out, but we figured it out.
Yeah.
And that also feels very relatable to me. That's all.
Yeah, the pettiness of it. But yeah, let's lead into our ships.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Who are we shipping, Ellie?
I mean, it's Raya and Namari all the way for me. Like, I have zero other ships in this. Do you?
I don't, but I wish I did. Like, I want to ship Sisu with somebody. I just don't know who yet.
Because it's like I can't ship Sisu with Raya. I also just feel like I can't ship Sisu with anyone because Sisu is a dragon. Like, yes, Sisu ships.
I need another cute gay dragon.
If there's another cute gay dragon, I'd be down for it.
Ooh, that's what the sequel can be. The sequel can be Raya and Amari setting Sisu up with another cute gay dragon.
Perfect.
Sold.
Done.
Disney, hit us up.
What is their ship name, though? Raya and Amari.
Okay, do we go with Rayari or Namaya?
I think Namaya. There's too many R's and Ramari.
Rayari.
Right, yeah. I'll go with
Okay, Namaya's cute.
Namaya. I'll go with Namaya. All right.
Okay,
perfect.
listen. Not only do I ship them together, if you just do a Google search for Raya and Namari, man,
A
some
lot
of the fan
fanfic.
art. So, I haven't even gotten to fanfic yet. I don't know about that. I'm just saying some of the fan art out there is fucking dope. Like, it's so
them
dope.
kissing.
Yes, in the rain.
In the
Are you seeing this? Like,
rain.
it's fucking incredible.
Oh, they're Rayari.
Rayari?
Rayari?
I was
You were
right.
Rayari.
I was right. I still think Namaya's cuter, but
Oh my god.
them kissing in the rain is incredible. And like some of these other ones, like look at the hold on, I have to share this because it's so fucking
There's
cute.
one
I
of them
can't
with
stand
a
it.
baby.
Look at how fucking cute these gays
Yeah,
are.
they're so cute.
Listen, all I'm saying is everyone should go on Google and like look at some of these, them with a baby.
Oh my
god, they're adorable. But the one of them in the rain, I'm just like, I'm so here for it.
that
like,
one's
that's
good.
Incredible.
That one
Incredible.
is good. Damn.
It's great, right? Like, why can't we have that? Why couldn't we have that in the movie?
Because
that's how the movie should have ended.
Disney sucks, but what are you gonna do? They gave us a cute movie with some gays. But I think we can all agree, Raya and the Last Dragon should have been gay. All right, let's do it. Let's go into our Q and gay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Q and gay.
Question number 1. Who is the gayest character? A. Raya, B. Namari, C. Verona, or D. Sisu?
Listen, I'm torn between Raya and Namari, but like it's Namari.
That undercut just like really sells it. But I'm gonna
really sells it. The undercut and the obsession is just like.
I'm gonna say though, I'm gonna fight you on that and actually say Raya because I think Raya's just as obsessed with Namari as Namari is with Raya. Because
you're so right.
You're
so right, Ellie. I can't even argue with you.
She kept the necklace because she kept the necklace. And she can't trust her ex. Lesbian.
So true.
Lesbian. All right.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
Question 2, Ellie. Which of the other lands would you want to live in? A, spine, B, tail, C, fang, or D, talon?
This is a joke. It's obviously C.
You're like the land of lesbians?
The land of lesbians.
Obviously.
That is exactly where I will live.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only option. All right, question number 3. What's your favorite dragon power? A, fog, B, rainmaking, C, shape-shifting, or D, swimming really good?
You know,
a really good backstroke.
I do have to say, is it sad if I choose swimming really good?
No.
Because, I don't know, were you the kind of kid who just like always wanted to be in a pool?
Oh,
as
yeah,
a kid?
I love swimming. I'm
that
a
was
great
me.
swimmer.
You like couldn't pull me out of the water. And so like, I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to just like, she does swim really good.
She really does.
She's a really good swimmer.
Really good.
She wasn't lying.
I
That's
think
all.
I would like to shapeshift.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be pretty good.
Yes.
What if I could also become a tall gay, Ellie? What would we do then, though?
What would we do? We wouldn't be tall and small anymore.
It would be no good.
Nope.
We'd throw off the natural balance of things.
Yes.
This is how you break the world, okay?
Yes.
Okay, question 4. What is the gayest thing about Fang? A, the warriors. B, the pettiness. C, the cats. Or D, the haircuts?
I feel like it's got to be the haircuts for me.
It's so gay.
That's it. Those haircuts really pushed them over the edge. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
No. All right, question number 5, Lee. What's your spice level? A, mild. B, hot. C, hotter. Or D, Boone goes the dynamite.
I do love Boone. He's so cute. Are we like to eat to like of life? I don't know.
To eat. Like, can you eat spicy things?
I guess hot. I'm not like I can't do super spicy. But I have progressed from my, like I can't handle any amount of spice. I'll say like a hot.
All right, good for you.
What about you?
I'm a mild. I am the worst. I can't. I just am.
It's taken like years of
training,
dedication. Yeah, honestly.
I just can't do it.
We'll get you there.
Yeah,
we'll work up to it.
We'll see. But it's bad. Oh my God. What an episode. So gay.
Let me hear you say hip, 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 we're gay.
We love hearing from you and building community, so we want to shout out some of our favorite things each episode. And we want to shout out Emily Alero, who reached out to us on Instagram about a new podcast called Female Driven. Their first episode was on Hustlers, and they mentioned that they loved our Should Have Been Gay on Hustlers because don't we all? So thank you for that.
Because correct.
And also check out the show. It seems like a cool show. It's all about female-driven movies, which clearly we love. So gotta check it out.
For sure. And as always, we want to thank our Lesbian Jesus patrons, Mark Foster,
Tanya Ferguson,
Jacqueline Rose Nishino,
Sarah and Julia,
Alana Rosen,
Lizette Stye,
Adi Benitez,
and Fiona W.
And our King Princess patrons, Amy and Ellen,
Julia Gonzalez,
and Leah Hendley. Thank you all so much. We could not continue to do this podcast without all of your support from you and all of our patrons.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at Let's Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at letshangoutpod@gmail.com.
Or you can check out our website at letshangoutpod.com.
Whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, make sure that you subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes as soon as they go up every week.
We're also posting videos on our YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe at youtube.com/letshangoutpod to catch them.
Let's Hang Out is an independently produced show. It's hosted by us with audio production by Ellie. Our production assistant is Kristen Murison, and general other shenanigans are done by me. If you want to help support our team, the first thing you can do is to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It helps new people find the show.
You can also support us on Patreon at bit.ly/lespatreon. This season we'll be releasing monthly bonus episodes. You can also join our Patreon-only Discord to hang out and talk about all of the gay shit that's happening in your lives. We love hanging out with you there. So if you want to join our Patreon, we'd love to have you at bit.ly/lespatreon.
If you want to buy some merch, we have all of our designs up on our TeePublic, and they come on all sorts of things. So whether you are currently still in summer mode and you need tank tops or t-shirts, we've got them. If you're like, hey, we're heading into the fall, maybe the colder weather's coming, we've got sweatshirts and crew necks and all sorts of good stuff. So you can find all of that at bit.ly/lesshop.
And remember, we also have a queer production company making queer podcast musicals with guaranteed happy endings that you can find everywhere at $beanprod.
You can also check out our website at dollarbeanproductions.com.
You can listen to all of the episodes of our first show, The Flame, on any podcasting app.
And if you want to help support us making more musicals, you can join our Patreon specifically for Dollar Bean Productions. You can find it at bit.ly/dollarbean Patreon, and you can help us, for example, continue working on our next musical, Journey to the Heart.
If you want to find us individually, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Ellie Brigida.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at LSH Foster.
With that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee.
And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Hi, I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I am the host and creator of the podcast Only One in the Room. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us and lose yourself in someone's incredible Only One story. We talk to real people dealing with issues like infertility, the death of a loved one, human trafficking, and women who, fake it. Oh, and we want to be fair, so we talk to celebrities too. Emmy winners like actor John Cryer, supermodels like Amber Valletta, and rock stars like Ryan Dusick. Everyone is invited to share their Only One story with our listeners. With 21 seasons and counting, we guarantee you that Only One in the Room has a story that you'll connect with. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone. Download Only One in the Room on Apple or Spotify today.